Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin with a simple but life-altering thought. Your future is not created tomorrow. It is created today. We all dream of a successful 2026, new achievements, new breakthroughs, new versions of ourselves. But here's the hook. If you continue doing what you've always done, you will continue getting what you've always gotten. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not measured in years. It is measured in decisions, in actions, in the courage you show today. Every single day we are given a precious gift, a blank page on which the story of our future can be written. Too often we underestimate the power of today, treating it as just another day to get through, another set of tasks to complete, or simply another set of challenges to survive. Yet the truth is far more profound. The quality of our tomorrow, our success, our happiness, our growth depends entirely on what we choose to do with this very moment. Every action, every decision, every thought carries a ripple effect that extends far beyond the present. Imagine planting a tree. The sapling you place in the soil today will grow over years into a strong, towering presence. If you neglect it, it will never reach its potential. Life works in exactly the same way. The seeds of effort, focus, and discipline sown today will determine the strength, shape, and richness of your 2026. It is often tempting to postpone, to delay action, to tell ourselves that tomorrow, next week, or next year will be better suited for change. But this mindset quietly erodes opportunity. Time moves forward relentlessly. And while the calendar advances, our dreams do not unless we actively pursue them in the present. Every minute spent idly, waiting for the right moment, is a minute stolen from the future you are capable of creating. The irony is that those who achieve greatness rarely wait for perfect conditions. They create them by committing fully to the present. The actions you take today, no matter how small, are the foundation upon which your future achievements are built. A single hour spent learning a new skill, a single step taken toward a goal, or a single decision to adopt a better habit can transform the trajectory of your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. The choices you make now compound over time, forming patterns that shape your identity. Each day offers countless decisions: what to focus on, how to respond to challenges, whom to surround yourself with, how to manage your energy, and how to invest your time. Individually, these may seem insignificant, but collectively, they create momentum that propels you toward the future you desire or away from it. Success is rarely an accident. It is the cumulative effect of deliberate actions repeated consistently. Conversely, procrastination and indecision, no matter how minor they may seem in the moment, quietly limit potential and stunt growth. Another critical aspect of today's influence on tomorrow is mindset. The thoughts and beliefs we nurture now shape our perception of opportunities and our willingness to act on them. When we cultivate optimism, discipline, and resilience today, we equip ourselves to face challenges with confidence in the future. Conversely, indulging in doubt, fear, or negativity creates invisible barriers that persist long after the moment has passed. Each day, therefore, is a laboratory of personal growth, where the choices you make and the mindset you adopt determine the conditions of your future success. Time is impartial and unyielding. It rewards neither wishes nor regrets. What distinguishes those who achieve their dreams from those who fall short is the understanding that today is not just a day in the calendar. It is the most valuable resource for building tomorrow. When we truly internalize this principle, every morning becomes an opportunity, every task becomes a stepping stone, and every decision becomes an investment. The effort, discipline, and focus we dedicate to the present become the architecture of our future achievements, creating a reality in 2026 that reflects the energy, intention, and choices of today. Procrastination is one of the most subtle yet powerful obstacles to achieving success. It disguises itself in excuses, in waiting for the right moment, or in believing that circumstances must align perfectly before action can be taken. Yet the truth is that the perfect moment is an illusion. Life will never present a flawless set of conditions, and waiting for them is the fastest route to stagnation. Every day we delay, the opportunity to shape our future slips quietly through our fingers. Success is not born from waiting, it is born from decisive action, taken consistently and courageously in the present. The moment you decide to act, no matter how small or imperfect, is the moment you begin to create momentum toward your goals. Action, even when imperfect, carries far more power than perfect plans left unexecuted. Many people fall into the trap of overthinking, planning endlessly, and seeking certainty before taking the first step. They tell themselves, I will start next week, or I need more preparation. In reality, there is no better time than now. Every expert you admire, every achiever you respect, began with a first step, often in uncertainty, often without guarantees. They understood that momentum comes from movement, and movement only begins when we take action. Waiting for motivation, waiting for clarity, waiting for perfect conditions is a form of self-sabotage. Action itself generates motivation, clarity, and progress. Starting today creates a chain reaction of confidence and momentum. Each small step forward not only brings tangible progress toward your goals, but also reshapes your mindset. Taking initiative builds courage and reinforces the belief that you are capable of achieving more than you once imagined. The longer you wait, the more fear and doubt grow, creating a cycle that makes starting even harder. In contrast, when you start now, even in modest ways, you break the inertia that holds you back, and the energy of action begins to fuel itself. The first step is always the most challenging, but it is also the most transformative, because it turns abstract dreams into concrete realities. Action taken today also allows you to learn and adapt. Waiting for perfect conditions often leaves you untested and unprepared when challenges inevitably arise. By starting now, you encounter real-world feedback, learn from mistakes, and refine your approach. This iterative process accelerates growth far more effectively than waiting for a hypothetical moment of perfection. Every delay is a lost opportunity to gain experience, to build skills, and to move closer to your vision. Time moves forward regardless of our readiness, and those who embrace action understand that growth is inseparable from the courage to begin. Furthermore, starting now emphasizes the value of ownership. When you take responsibility for your progress in the present, you stop blaming circumstances or waiting for external forces to align. You claim control over your journey, understanding that your future is the cumulative result of actions you take in this very moment. Even small initiatives taken today have the power to compound, creating meaningful results over time. Every hour invested in learning, practicing, or executing today increases your readiness for tomorrow, turning potential into reality. The paradox is that waiting often creates the illusion of preparation, but action is preparation itself. Those who wait seek certainty outside themselves, while those who act create certainty within themselves. The courage to begin immediately transforms hesitation into momentum, fear into confidence, and vision into reality. Success is a byproduct of starting, not waiting, and the sooner you embrace this principle, the faster your aspirations will take shape, and your 2026 will reflect the commitment, focus, and courage you demonstrate today. In the pursuit of success, many people believe that greatness comes from extraordinary bursts of effort, from dramatic moments of inspiration or intense periods of work. They imagine that achievement is the result of massive, concentrated effort in a short time, a final push that propels them to the finish line. While intensity has its place, it is consistency that truly defines the arc of success. The small, deliberate actions taken day after day, repeated with discipline and focus, are what compound over time to create remarkable results. Talent, motivation, and occasional effort may spark progress, but without regular sustained action, they rarely lead to lasting success. Consistency is a force multiplier. When we commit to a steady routine, even modest actions accumulate, building momentum and reinforcing habits that shape our future. Consider the analogy of a river. Water flowing continuously, even if gently, eventually carves through rock and shapes entire landscapes. Similarly, the persistent efforts we make today, studying a little each day, practicing a skill regularly, maintaining focus on our goals, have a cumulative effect that far surpasses the occasional intense effort. Each day of intentional action strengthens our capacity, refines our skills, and moves us incrementally closer to our vision. Consistency also cultivates discipline and resilience. In life, challenges are inevitable, and motivation alone is unreliable. There will be days when energy is low, circumstances are difficult, or progress seems invisible. It is in these moments that the habit of consistency matters most. Those who succeed understand that greatness is rarely about bursts of brilliance. It is about showing up day after day, regardless of mood or circumstance. The small steps taken persistently, even in the face of adversity, create a foundation of reliability that becomes unstoppable over time. This is why ordinary people achieve extraordinary outcomes. They persist when others falter. They act when others hesitate. And they maintain focus when others lose sight. Another profound aspect of consistency is that it fosters mastery. Skills are not developed overnight. They are the result of repeated effort, reflection, and refinement. When you practice consistently, you accumulate experience, deepen understanding, and build confidence. Each repetition becomes a building block, strengthening your capabilities and preparing you for challenges that lie ahead. The individual who practices a little every day will eventually surpass the one who works intensely but sporadically. Excellence in any domain is the product of persistent, patient effort, and the rewards of consistency manifest gradually but inevitably. Consistency also shapes character and credibility. People who demonstrate regular effort, whether in personal growth, relationships, or professional work, earn trust, respect, and reliability. When others see that you are disciplined, dependable, and committed over the long term, doors open that cannot be accessed through sporadic intensity alone. Your reputation for showing up, following through, and maintaining steady progress becomes an asset that amplifies opportunities and accelerates success. Finally, consistency transforms abstract goals into tangible results. Dreams without action remain fantasies, and even powerful bursts of effort without regular follow-through fail to materialize into lasting achievement. By committing to small, meaningful actions every day, we bridge the gap between aspiration and reality. Each day's effort may seem insignificant in isolation, but when compounded over weeks, months, and years, it creates the trajectory that leads to extraordinary outcomes. The secret of long-term success is not in heroic efforts or extraordinary talent, but in the disciplined practice of showing up consistently, regardless of external conditions, for the pursuit of something greater than oneself. Every person has within them the power to shape their own destiny, and the mechanism through which this power manifests is the sum of the choices they make. Life is not merely a series of random events or circumstances beyond control. It is a reflection of the decisions we take, both big and small, every single day. What we choose to think, whom we choose to spend time with, how we choose to invest our energy, and the actions we decide to take collectively create the life we experience. The truth is simple yet profound. Your present is a mirror of past choices, and your future will be the reflection of today's decisions. Choices are not always dramatic. They are often subtle, almost invisible. Deciding to read a book instead of scrolling through social media, choosing to respond with patience rather than frustration, investing time in learning rather than procrastinating. These seemingly small decisions compound to shape your character, your skills, and ultimately your destiny. It is these incremental choices that accumulate over time, forming patterns that define not only the results we achieve, but also the person we become. Each decision is a statement of values, a reflection of priorities, and a building block of the life we are designing. The power of choice is magnified by the awareness that no one else controls your actions. External circumstances, challenges, or the opinions of others may influence you, but they cannot dictate your decisions unless you allow them to. The most successful people in the world are not those who had perfect conditions. They are those who exercised control over their choices, regardless of the environment around them. Choosing to act, even in the face of difficulty. Choosing to persevere when others give up. Choosing to maintain integrity when shortcuts are available. These decisions define the trajectory of a life. Choices also shape our mindset, which in turn shapes our reality. The way we interpret events, respond to setbacks, and focus our attention determines not only our mental and emotional state, but also the opportunities we perceive. Choosing optimism and proactive thinking creates possibilities where others see obstacles. Choosing discipline and consistency transforms potential into results. Each choice creates a ripple effect, influencing subsequent decisions and the broader course of our lives. In this way, choices are the most potent tools of self-transformation, far more powerful than circumstance, luck, or external factors. It is important to recognize the cumulative power of decisions. One isolated choice may seem insignificant, but repeated consistently, it molds character, builds habits, and creates results. Conversely, neglecting responsibility for even small decisions can lead to outcomes we may regret because they establish patterns that grow silently, shaping our future in ways we may not immediately perceive. Responsibility, then, is not a burden, but a source of empowerment. Every choice is an opportunity to direct your life intentionally rather than drift passively. Moreover, choices are deeply connected to purpose. When decisions are aligned with clear values and long-term goals, they create momentum toward meaningful success. Each action taken intentionally, each decision made consciously, builds towards a future that reflects ambition, integrity, and vision. Choices are the bridge between aspiration and reality, and mastering the ability to choose wisely is mastering the art of creating a life of fulfillment, growth, and achievement. Ultimately, the life you lead, the impact you have, and the success you achieve are the direct result of the choices you make today. Each choice is a vote for the type of person you wish to become and the kind of future you want to experience. By recognizing the immense power inherent in each decision, by exercising intentionality in thoughts, actions, and priorities, and by committing to align daily choices with your highest aspirations, you lay the foundation for a life that truly reflects your potential and purpose. Discipline is often misunderstood as restriction or limitation, as if it confines the spirit or suppresses creativity. In reality, discipline is the foundation of true freedom. It is the deliberate choice to master yourself, to channel your energy, time, and focus toward what truly matters rather than allowing impulses, distractions, or external pressures to dictate your life. The paradox is clear. By imposing structure and boundaries on our actions today, we unlock opportunities, options, and capabilities in the future. Without discipline, even the most talented individuals find themselves trapped by inconsistency, indecision, and unfulfilled potential. The essence of discipline lies in control. Control over habits, over priorities, over responses to challenges. It is the ability to act in alignment with long-term goals, even when immediate gratification tempts us to stray. Every choice to stay focused on what matters, to maintain routine, and to resist distractions strengthens this inner control. Over time, this control compounds, creating momentum and confidence. When a person has mastered their own actions through discipline, external circumstances have far less power to derail them. They are no longer at the mercy of moods, interruptions, or uncertainty, but rather empowered to navigate life with purpose and clarity. Discipline is the bridge between intention and achievement. Many people set goals, make plans, and dream of success, yet struggle to translate visio into reality. The gap is not talent, nor is it luck. It is the consistent application of effort, guided by self-mastery. When we cultivate discipline, we create a framework for progress, a daily structure that ensures meaningful actions are taken, that habits align with aspirations, and that small, deliberate steps accumulate into substantial results. Each disciplined action, repeated over time, compounds to produce outcomes far beyond what sporadic effort could achieve. Furthermore, discipline creates freedom by eliminating chaos and indecision. Without discipline, our time and energy are scattered, leaving us feeling overwhelmed and reactive. We chase fleeting desires, succumb to distractions, and constantly defer important decisions. This lack of structure restricts potential, because opportunities require readiness and focus to be seized. By contrast, disciplined individuals design their days, prioritize their tasks, and commit to routines that strengthen their abilities and maximize productivity. The freedom they experience is the ability to act intentionally, to pursue goals without hesitation, and to shape their lives rather than be shaped by circumstances. Discipline also strengthens resilience. Life is unpredictable and obstacles are inevitable. The person who has cultivated self-control and consistent habits is better equipped to handle challenges, adapt to setbacks, and maintain focus under pressure. Discipline builds mental toughness, the capacity to endure discomfort, delay gratification, and stay committed when progress is slow or results are not immediate. This resilience is itself a form of freedom, the freedom to persevere, to continue pursuing objectives, and to remain undeterred by temporary difficulties. Moreover, discipline enhances personal growth and learning. Committing to regular practice, study, reflection, and self-improvement allows skills, knowledge, and character to develop steadily. Each disciplined effort invested today accelerates future potential, creating the freedom to explore new opportunities, take calculated risks, and achieve outcomes that would be unattainable without sustained effort. The constraints imposed by discipline paradoxically release the individual from the limitations of inconsistency, impulsivity, and wasted time. Ultimately, discipline is not about restriction, it is about empowerment. It is the conscious choice to take ownership of your actions, to align daily effort with long-term vision, and to cultivate habits that multiply your capabilities. By mastering discipline, you unlock the freedom to achieve, to grow, and to create a life of purpose and abundance. The more disciplined you are in the present, the greater the range of possibilities, influence, and fulfillment you will enjoy in the future. Life operates on the principle of cause and effect, and the most powerful way to shape your future is to plant seeds today that will bear fruit tomorrow. Every effort you make, every skill you learn, every habit you cultivate, and every relationship you nurture is a seed that grows over time. The results may not be immediate, but the compound effect of consistent, intentional action is inevitable. Just as a farmer does not expect to harvest crops the moment seeds are sown, we must understand that our efforts require patience, care, and persistence to yield meaningful outcomes. The decisions we make and the investments we commit to today are the foundation of the reality we will experience in 2026 and beyond. Planting seeds for the future requires vision. It is not enough to act randomly or simply respond to immediate needs. Each action must be purposeful, aligned with a long-term objective or aspiration. Whether it is dedicating time to education, developing a new skill, investing in health, or building meaningful connections, every deliberate effort contributes to the creation of a richer, more fulfilling future. By consistently focusing on actions that have long-term value, we ensure that our efforts compound over time, transforming potential into achievement. The key is to act now with discipline and intention, rather than waiting for circumstances to push us forward. The process of planting seeds also emphasizes the importance of patience and persistence. Growth is rarely instantaneous, and success is seldom the result of a single dramatic action. Most outcomes are the product of sustained effort nurtured over weeks, months, and years. It is the consistent investment in small positive actions, reading a little every day, practicing a skill regularly, exercising self-discipline, or contributing positively to others that produces exponential results. Every time we invest in ourselves or in the world around us, we are planting seeds that, if tended with care, will grow into opportunities, achievements, and fulfillment we may not yet fully envision. Another essential aspect of planting seeds is the recognition of delayed gratification. Often, the most impactful actions require us to prioritize long-term benefits over immediate comfort or convenience, choosing to study instead of wasting time, saving money instead of spending impulsively, or practicing consistently rather than waiting for inspiration. These choices may seem small or inconvenient in the moment, but they accumulate and grow, ultimately determining the quality of life we will experience in the future. Those who understand the power of delayed gratification are the ones who harvest the most bountiful and sustainable rewards. Planting seeds also involves resilience and adaptability. Not every effort produces immediate or visible results, and some investments may fail or yield less than expected. However, the act of consistently taking initiative, learning from setbacks, and adjusting approaches ensures that our future continues to grow stronger. Each attempt, each lesson, each effort contributes to the broader ecosystem of progress. By nurturing what we plant with perseverance and reflection, we create a fertile environment for future success. The most profound realization is that the seeds we plant today are not only for ourselves but also for others. Knowledge shared, kindness extended, mentorship provided, and positive influence exerted can ripple through the lives of countless people, creating a legacy that transcends personal achievement. By committing to actions that have enduring impact, we ensure that our future is not only successful, but meaningful and transformative, both personally and for the community around us. Ultimately, planting seeds for the future is about intentional living. It is about recognizing that every moment, every choice, and every action carries the potential to shape what is to come. By investing wisely, acting consistently, and nurturing our efforts with patience, we create the fertile ground for a future that reflects our highest aspirations and deepest purpose. As we move forward, remember, 2026 is not in the calendar, it is in your conduct. The future is not something we enter, it is something we create. So walk out of today with determination, discipline, and devotion toward your goals. Because the moment you change your today, your tomorrow begins to change automatically. Thank you, and may you create a 2026 that reflects the best version of you